What is up, YouTube? It's your boy G here. Today we have a review of AudioThing Outer Space. Now, I have to point out, because of rules, that this is a sponsored review, but I was not paid at all for this review. I was just given the software for free in return that I review it for my YouTube channel and all you guys. So with all that being said and all that cleared out of the way, don't think I'm going to be biased because of that, because, you know, I'm not. So yeah, with that said, let's get on to it here. So this is Outer Space, and Outer Space is supposedly a faithful emulation of the vintage Roland Space Echo that has a spring reverb tank in it that everyone loves. I think it was from the 70s or 80s that it came out. So from when I play with it, it seems pretty cool. Go over a few specs on it here. You have your input volume and your output volume. Your mode selection, and this also determines how much reverb, which is over here and is on here. So basically 5 to 11 has reverb on it. Okay, 1 to 4 has the just the echo, no reverb, and 12 has just reverb only. All right. And then over here you have your bass and treble mix controls. Now these are only for the echo, but there is a setting. If you go more, EQ to reverb, so you can also have it adjust the reverb. Your decay, long or short, and that's for the reverb because this is the reverb section here, and the amount of volume of your reverb. Right here is your repeat rate, which affects the head down here, so that's that right there. Your intensity, which is basically the same as the feedback, but kind of acts like semi-dry and wet. Your wow and flutter, and this is how the pitching works on the tape heads. So as tapes get worn out and heads get worn out and the machine gets worn out, you get that little like pitch bend that goes on and stuff sometimes. If you remember from listening to cassette tapes, when things get worn out, this kind of adjusts that, how much artifacting comes in. And this controls how much volume the echo has. So this is the reverb volume, this is the echo volume. Down here you can have it on offs. So basically this will be a clean signal. No echo. Turn on. Alright, and then you can have it wet only, so you don't hear any of the incoming signal, you just hear the outgoing signal. So see, when you have it the echo off and this is set to echo, you don't hear anything, right? Turn this on. Everything you're hearing is part of the echo. And then you have it set to stereo or mono, which, makes it pretty wide, as you can tell. So gives you basically a 15 millisecond delay between the two, between the left and right channels, according to the manual. Off is normal behavior. Stereo is the delay on the right channel, equal to around 15 milliseconds. So, and this is the noise. So basically, this is the volume of the noise. And the envelope basically controls, it's kind of like a gate almost, but not exactly. It's just how soon it comes on and how long it goes off. It's a fixed envelope. You don't have any control over it. Right? And these are your different heads. Now there's a matrix in the manual, which I will pop up on the screen right now for you. And that matrix basically tells you which one of these settings, what heads are activated. And you can get some pretty cool delays when you have them all on, which I believe is pretty close to 11. Yeah, so 11 is all the heads on. So you can get some cool stuff. So sync allows it to be manual or host synced. So like you could go 1/8 D, 1/2 D, and say, where is that, 1/4 D? Which allows for some interesting sounds. I might go 1/4, 8, and then 1/2 on the end. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it adds some nice effects to the sound if you want. I prefer it the mono kind of sound. Okay, and then here's your tape selection. Now, RT is the original RT1L that the original unit had, right? Modern is kind of what you would put in it nowadays because that tape's hard to find. More modern style like tape that you'd put in the original unit. And then old is an old worn out one that adds some different sounds to it. So they don't specify in the manual what tape is the old one's modeled after. My guess would be a modern one that's worn out or just a manual one they have laying around. So the randomizer basically will randomize all these functions. Now you can right click on any one of these functions, basically anything in here, and you can lock random, lock all, unlock. So that is now locked. So if I hit the randomizer, that will never get randomized. It will always stay right where it's supposed to be. Unlock all. So let's just try that out real quick. One thing I did forget to mention is, so you have your input and output volumes here, right? So the output volume and the input volume do affect the sound. The input volume will be like driving the tape a little bit. So on these units, me with anything tape, I like to put everything pretty much in the red, just a little bit in the red if I can. So I would probably have this be like right there, just before hitting. Now, another feature of this is that there is a high quality mode, hard limiter that you can put on that you can adjust. And you can oversample it up to 16 times. Now down here in Bitwig is their DSP performance graph, which I prefer. I think it's really awesome. I think it's better than Ableton's little CPU meter. So I love this because now I can easily show how much the oversampling does. So this is no oversampling. Let me go to classic delay here. I'll run through the delays at the presets at the end. Right, okay, now let's play with the oversampling. And it takes a little bit for Bitwig to start showing it on the graph. I'm going to turn the envelope off there. See, there's a little bit of a bump right here. It's not a whole lot, but it is a little bit. It does go up a little bit there. So 2x, not that bad. Okay. Switch to 4x. Again, here's a little where it's gone up right here. It's a little thicker right here. That's still not too bad. That's probably maybe 10%. Right there, load, extra 10% load. Do 8x now. All right, now that's a big jump right there. Look at that. That 8x really starting to add some delay in there and load. So that's a big jump. 16's pretty much double that, so it's gonna really pop up here. We use a good, I'd say around 25% of your CPU usage. Yeah, look at that spike. Look at that thing. So definitely, in my opinion, if you were going to use a 16 oversampling, I would only do it just before you bounced it down either to a final mix, or if you're freezing the track and bouncing it in place in Bitwig or something like that. But I would not work on a track with it this high. I'd work on it maybe 2. 2 is probably cool. You could maybe get away with 4 if you have a fast enough system. But I definitely would not work on it with 16 on all the time because it's just destroying your CPU. So Let's turn that off. I'll just go back down to 2. Right, so all in all, I think it's a pretty good recreation of the Space Echo. It's actually, so I've tried, there's a pretty popular one that's made with Reactor. Worked pretty cool, but I love the added head selection and the tape selector. All right, let's just stop this and then take a quick listen here of the different type sounds. So this is RT. New. Right, and then old. Now you may need some headphones on and have it up kind of loud to be able to hear this. But for me, I found the new to be a little more rounder on the low end and some more mid-range. And then RT to be kind of basically kind of like a step down from that. So like if this was like say 4x oversampling, to me the sounds like 0 to 2x oversampling. And I actually like the old the best. It sounds a little more smoother, it has a little more like artifacts and distortion in it, but I like the way it sounds. It's more creamier in my opinion. So this is what I usually use, right? So I'm just gonna put this on some, let's see. I'll go with this one, this one's a little longer. And we'll just kind of go through the factory presets here. I won't go through these ones, so it'll make the video way too long, but I'll just go through the factory ones here, right? So. Low. That's pretty cool. Turn the stereo on. It's like a nice chorus on there. And if you just had the echo on there, you could layer this, like put this on a return track. This would be a good preset for layering. Real like high-end reverb-ish, high-end like high frequency is on the reverb there. Fat guitar, nice. I like the wet only on this. Like I would almost record this right here and just have it as a random effect in a track. It's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. That's like real reverby. That's just the, again here, this is just the wet only. I kind of like that with just the original sound in there too. That's a nice one. Just a touch. Yeah, this is pretty low. Echo volume is really low on this one. You need to tell, a lot of these don't use the sync. A lot of them are manual, which is kind of what you want to do because the original one didn't have host sync right, so you had to manually tune it in, so you could never get it 100% right, and with any analog delays, they always drifted a little bit. So having one that always having it a little off adds more character to it, and it makes it sound more authentic, I think. So you know, it's got a pretty good spring reverb sound on it. I like it. You know, you could just turn the echo off and use this as a reverb unit. I like that little bit of pitch shifting that's going on at the end. The pitchiness as it winds out. This one. It's real noisy. Space Rain is the name of it. Huh. Now we're on to this guy's here. This one here. So I'm going to stop that for now. So yeah, all in all, would I buy this? Yes, I would. It's only $50. At the time of me recording this, anyways, it's $50. I think it's well worth the $50. It's probably the best actual Space Echo emulation that I've used personally. Now, I know there's other ones out there besides this one. Like I said, I've used the one from Reactor. That's someone made to be in Reactor, and I've used the one that's in Guitar Rig. But for me and for the money, for $50, I think this is great. There's I don't like that you can't adjust the envelope on here on the noise. It'd be cool if I could adjust the envelope on it, or adjust the limiter settings on it. Other than that, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, so this has been my review of the AudioThing Outer Space. I'll have links in the description below so you can go and check this out for yourself. They have a demo that you can play with, and you can decide if you like it or not, but I like it. I'm going to probably keep using it. I've been G, and thanks for watching. Peace.